Welcome back to Lawyerist Lens. This week we're going to talk about client communication and specifically listening skills. Put yourself in the room with a potential client at that very first meeting, the intake meeting where you're trying to understand what their case is about and they're trying to tell you about it. And just try to put yourself in your shoes and in your client's shoes. You, the lawyer, are really just trying to figure out, do they have a legal problem that you can help them solve, and can they afford you, right? That's your focus during that meeting. But your client has different ideas, right? First of all, they're trying to figure out if they like you and trust you. I think they're trying to turn you into an advocate, get you to believe them and be on their side, or at least learn whether or not you are sympathetic to the problem that they face. And a lot of people need the catharsis of telling their story. They may never have actually gotten to tell the whole thing to somebody who understands before. And they're hoping that you understand. Even if you don't sympathize or don't believe them, at least they need to get it out. And so that's why it's important to approach that with a view towards the needs of both sides, not just yours. Because if what you do is tell them to skip all this stuff that they want to tell about to just get to the heart of the legal issue, A, you might miss some really important things, and B, you're going to miss the opportunity to give them some of the value they hope to get out of that meeting. So take the time to let your clients tell their own story in their own words. Ask questions, help them get through it. Show that you're listening. And when I say show that you're listening, what I mean is put the laptop away, get the screen out of the way. Probably don't even have an iPad or a phone, and maybe don't write a thing down. If you have somebody else at your firm that can take notes, have that person in the room to take notes. You should be focused on the person sitting in front of you with nothing, with no screens, no other barriers in the way. Just listen, look them in the eye, listen to what they're saying, and absorb it. First of all, you're actually going to absorb more information than if you try to write it all down. But if you can have somebody else writing so that you can just focus on engaging with your client and actively listening to them, you are going to forge a better connection with them. They're more likely to believe that you can be the person to help them, and you're probably going to learn more if you actually take the time to let them tell their story. So when it comes to that intake meeting, or really any encounter with clients, make sure that you take time to think about what you're hoping to get out of that interaction and what they are, and make sure you're serving their needs, their emotional needs, their intellectual needs, and not just your need to get right to the heart of the legal issue. And then take the time to make sure that they understand that you're actually listening to them, that you're understanding them, that you're absorbing what they need to say. That's it for this week. Before you leave, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, and come back next week for another Lawyerist Lens.